Hey, how's it going, Oldschool Runescape, and welcome to another weekly look at what's happened with the game. So as usual, let's start off with a quick look at what's happened with last week's poll, which was actually a game integrity survey with a handful of questions asking for your opinion on things like splashing, AFK trading in the Nightmare Zone, commission staking, exchanging gold between RS3 and Old School, and untradeable items in PvP areas. And seeing as how this was more of a survey than a poll, we weren't looking for 75% for anything to pass. This survey was more done to collect information and get your input on everything before any changes take place. So let's move on to the updates, specifically the Instance Corporal Beast update. So you and your clan can now rent out your very own private Corporal Beast. Players in your clan that are ranked Captain and above can pay 200,000 coins, which will open the instance for your clan. Also, we've made some graphical updates to the item pack so you can see exactly what's included inside. And on top of that, we've also introduced two new item packs, being the Eye of New and the Olive Oil packs. And speaking of graphic updates, Mod Ghost has been busy. As you can see, the imbued rings have now gotten a boost of color to be clearly identified from the non-imbued rings. And we've also decided to change the attack animation of the Zamorakian Spear. Seeing as how it's a two-handed weapon but didn't use two hands, we felt this would be a more accurate representation of what the spear's attack should look like. There's also been two additional animations added to the game, one being to the Elysian Spirit Shield and one to the Armamental Crossbow. So the Elysian now has a small animation to indicate when the shield special ability is in effect. And for the Armamental Crossbow, its special attacks just had a rework to look a little bit more impressive and do the weapon justice. Up next, we had a sneak peek of Modash demonstrating the new trading post in last week's Q&A.
Okay, so I'm going to offer to sell 500 of my finest Chaos runes for 15k each, because I can. And he can search the trading post for whatever he likes, Chaos runes. And, oh, yep, there is somebody selling it. Odd Mod Ash, apparently.
You can expect to see the trading post coming out very shortly, so be sure to prepare your items and save up your gold. Next up, we'll be taking another look at our Player Spotlight feature. So let's hop into it with our first player, ROBBOsickdog, who managed to stream himself getting a dragon full helm from a myth dragon. And that's a whopping 1 in 32,000 chance, so well done to Robbo. You should probably go buy a lottery ticket. Following that, we had MajorLeagueWobs, who made a trap remix of Oldschool RuneScape's Newbie Melody, and it's absolutely awesome. So be sure to check out the full thing linked below. And finally, we're taking a look at some of Realscaperz' recent Twitter artwork, where they convert popular movie titles into RuneScape parodies. And to list a few of my favorites, there was Implingmons, Dragon Ball RS, The Wise Old Man in The Bank Job, and of course, Old School, Party Like It's Always 2007. And lastly, we get to look more into the solo Snake Boss, which is soon to be Old School's newest boss. So let's take a look at some of the new weapons the Snake Boss will be introducing. First, there's the Venomous Blowpipe, a level 75 ranged weapon which uses darts for ammunition. The blowpipe coats all the darts it fires with an extremely lethal venomous poison. And following that, we have the Venomous Spike, which will be worn in the shield slot and have a requirement of 65 attack, strength, and defense. And this spike will come with some tough stats as well as a 25% chance of inflicting your opponent with venomous poison. And lastly, there's the Venomous Fang, which is the mage weapon attachment that can be added to the Staff of the Dead to increase the magic attack by plus 25. And it too gives a 25% chance of inflicting the poison to your enemies. Now, provided the Snake Boss passes the poll this week, we'll be aiming to release it in early January. So there you have it, guys. There's your weekly recap with what's happened to the game. And as usual, you can find more info on everything we talked about in this video below. Aside from that, guys, well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.